Covert Narcissist 101. I'm Kate. Thank you for joining me. And if you haven't subscribed, guys, please do. Don't forget to like and share as well. Thank you so much for subscribing. Guys, today's topic is how do you, tips on how to protect your sanity while cooperating with a covert narcissist. You guys already know by now that, my whole channel is pretty much you having control of your mind so that you can do what you need to do. Because I really believe that once your mind is compromised, once you lose, control of what's going on in your head, then it makes the battle harder. You pretty much have lost at that point. And that's the covert narcissist target, the toxic person in your life. That is your target, is to get in your head and stay there. So that way they can direct what you're doing. So when you're co-parenting with these people, in quote, of course, we know by now here when we talk co-parenting, that's counter-parenting. That's what you're doing. But co-parenting, what we're supposed to be doing, that's what emotionally healthy people together are supposed to be doing with children. But that's not what's going on. So when you're co-parenting, in quote, with these people, first and foremost is to get your head in order. That's it. And whatever that can help you achieve that, is what we're here for. So tip number one is have a power of realize rather the power of plan B. Realize the power of plan B with a covert narcissist. You do not expect that how it's laid out or how everything is planned out is how it's going to go. No, you always have to have a plan B. It doesn't matter. I'll give you an example is my son who I'm Christian, I'm a Catholic. So, they go through the classes where they, prepare to, Bible classes where they prepare to go receive Holy Communion. So it's scheduled. It just so happens that when his was scheduled, because of his last name, it's on a weekend that he's supposed to be over there with the narcissist. And I know that it wasn't going to happen. So what did I do? I had to call ahead, the coordinator. I said, is it okay if he doesn't do it this weekend with this group because of where his last name is, and do it the next group? I didn't go into all the why it's not going to happen. I just said he would be with his dad. We didn't break into, he will be with his dad, and probably he might not be able to make it, So can this be done? And they agreed. This is why I said the plan B. And I did this way ahead of time when I figured out when his ceremony was going to be, and I knew that wasn't going to happen. Of course, it didn't happen. He had to go with the other people that were, and the later part of the letter, he didn't go with the people that were in his last name, in his last name in the group, because narcissists will not let them. But I had to plan ahead to let these people know, this was going to happen, because it gives me less stress, because that's the whole idea, is for you to be less stressed, because you already have a lot going on. So I knew that it wasn't going to happen that weekend. And my mind was okay with that for like weeks before the time came. So another one is schedule event, whatever it is, around your own time. Schedule events around your own time. If you're like me, that you get the every weekend visitation, I don't schedule anything anymore when I know they're going to be there. Why? Because then it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I'll give you another example. When my brother was getting married a couple of years ago, and they were debating between two weekends. And I was like, guys, which has happened. Sometimes I have to go to things without them because the kids weren't around, and he wouldn't let them go. I say, hey, if you guys want them to be in party, or, I'm not going to obviously, have you change your dates or whatever, but if you go with these dates, then it's going to be just me coming. If this date is going to be them. So if they are expected to be in the part of the bridal party or whatever they're supposed to be doing for the wedding, then I can guarantee you that that's not going to happen. Matter of fact, a narcissist will definitely sabotage you that way. So I said, this is what's going to happen. Just suspect it. And they had to eventually, because they were going back and forth on dates, had to go with the later date so that the kids would be around my own time of the, my weekend, so that they'll be home. Because that was the only way, guys. Of course, you're not going to go around and have everybody reschedule or reshuffle their life around you. No, it's just that you have to throw that out there. and be okay with that. They might not be there when it happens. If somebody has option to risk, plan the event a certain way, and they really want them to be there, then they might have to move things around. Another one, guys, is do not announce your plan. Do not announce your plan, the timing, whatever. Like I said, if you going somewhere with the children, maybe, and then the kids are going over there. Let's give an example. You want to travel with the kids on Sunday, right? And let's say you're getting on a flight, and your flight leaves around, 7. And so the kids are over on the narcissist side for that weekend. So your plan with the kids was, you pick up their stuff, pick them up from there on your way to the airport. So let's say you're supposed to pick them up around 4, and you timed yourself, pick them up 4, head straight to the airport. You guys will make it cool, no problem. So you can take off on Sunday like you plan to. If you mention this plan to the narcissist, I'll come get them by 4. I really, make sure you guys are there because we need to travel. We're getting on the flight around 7, so I make sure you guys are there. If this comes out of your mouth, I can guarantee you, okay, that by 4:30, the narcissist is telling you somewhere that they're stuck. Somehow the kids are not available. Oh, we went over there, we couldn't make it back on time. Oh, we went, this happened. Point is that the kids will not be available for you at that 4 to pick them up, for you guys to make your time to the airport and travel. Because they leave to sabotage you. They leave to throw a wrench in everything. So if they know your plan ahead of time, no matter how small it is, you could be going to the amusement park. You could be going to somebody's house. Once they know that's your plan, they will throw a wrench at it, and they have you panicking. How am I going to get to the airport? What's going on? That they would do whatever to make sure that plan doesn't go as you planned it. Another one is, of course, by no means try to reason with them. No means try to reason with them. Like, all the stuff I mentioned about, don't sit down and say, but I was supposed to go to the airport, but that he's supposed to go to the church thing, but no. Remember, these people, you don't stick logic where it doesn't exist. Okay? These people already, before you open your mouth, they already concluded that they're going to misunderstand you. It doesn't matter what you say, unless what you're saying going to benefit them in any way. But other than that, whatever it is, before you open your mouth to say a word, they are already against it. So when you come to reason, that's just simply fuel. It's supply. It doesn't matter what you're saying. They've already made a plan not to understand any of it. So going back and forth is not going to get some kind of clarity. It's not going to, rather it would drive your stress level up, which is what they're looking for. So you don't reason, and if you prepare ahead, you don't have to reason with it. You already know. There's a certain calm that comes with, I expect you to be the lowest of the low. I expect you to, I have zero expectation where you're at. So there's no point. And then I'm not disappointed. And then you're not making, you're not angry. You're not frustrated. No. Don't waste your time even trying to explain this. They already know what you're doing, okay? We talked about it on the video. They already know what they're doing. They are fully committed to misunderstanding you. Doesn't matter whatever it is, unless it benefits them at that particular point. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind and everything has to fall into place.